Why do you say that?
Because you're always putting yourself down.
Well, let's say I know my limitations.
I think you have a lot more potential than you give yourself credit for.
Just keep telling me that.
No, just keep telling yourself that. I knew the day you met me, I could love you. If you let me, though you touched my cheek and said how easy you'd forget me, you said. Butterflies are free, and so are we.
That's wild! That's that song you keep singing all the time.
You like it?
Oh, I love it.
I wrote it. I can never get those last lines right, but I really like that thing about butterflies.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Asaph Adonai, your host. Welcome to another segment of Asaph Adonai Stories. Our guest on today's Asaph Stories had a very famous father, Eddie Albert, best known for playing Oliver Wendell Douglas in the 1965 CBS sitcom Green Acres. In this father and son segment of Asaph Adonai Stories, our guest was quoted as saying, "The simple act of caring is heroic." He won the Golden Globe Award for New Star of the Year for his breakout role in the 1972 comedy Butterflies Are Free with Goldie Hawn. He appeared in 31 movies from 1965 to 2006, 32 television shows from 1973 to 2003. We're talking about Edward Lawrence Heimberger, known to the world as Edward Albert. But before we talk about Edward, let's talk about his father. Father Eddie Albert, born 1906, was an American actor and activist. A graduate of the University of Minnesota, he was a circus trapeze flyer before becoming a stage and radio actor. Nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in the 1954 romantic comedy Roman Holiday. His other well-known screen roles, the 1955 musical Oklahoma with Shirley Jones. Eddie appeared in 92 films and television shows combined from 1938 to 1994, two of which the 1947 American hit comedy Parade and the 1957 musical drama The Joker is Wild with Frank Sinatra. He served in the United States Coast Guard in 1942 and the U.S. Naval Reserve in 1943. And he was awarded the Bronze Star, saving 47 Marines during the invasion of Tarawa. Now, he made his film debut in 1938, but hit his stride in Green Acres.
The chores.
The stores.
Fresh air.
Times Square.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, city life.
Green Acres, we are there.
Edward, born 1951, was an American film and television actor. Edward made his debut at the age of 14 in the 1965 drama called The Fool Killer with Tony Perkins. He attended Oxford University, studied psychology at the University of California in Los Angeles. He appeared in the 1973 40 Carats with Gene Kelly, the 1992 martial arts film Shoot Fighter, Fight to the Death, and Guarding Test with Shirley MacLaine. His television credits include Falcon Crest and Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman with Jane Seymour. Edward honored his father by taking care of his father in the last 10 years of his father's life and was an advocate of the heritage and rights of Native Americans. So your audience can check out more information about both Eddie Sr. and Edward Jr. They were just wonderful actors, and Edward left the world some wonderful characters, but his father will always be known as Oliver Wendell Douglas in the Green Acres comedy, and Edward will be best remembered for butterflies are free. So I am Asaph, and until our next show, Maranatha.
Who's spilling?
You did. I spoke to you about that once before. Don't you remember?
Joe, look at my pants.
Yeah,
What?
you better come in here and dry them off. Irving.
Oh, nuts to that. No. Hey, did you tell him about Smitty?
Irving.
Smitty? Oh, Mr.
Irving.
Wait.
There you go again, Irving.
Joe.
Yeah, all right.
Listen,
Save
you-
that till later. You're here early anyway. Why don't you go home and shave?
Shave?
Yeah, or else keep quiet till Mr. Hennessy and I are finished talking.
Hey, what kind of a routine is that? What are you two guys up to?
Who's Smitty?
Oh, he's a guy that we met. You wouldn't care for him.
What am I supposed to look at?
No, just a couple of Irving's dames. You wouldn't like him. Maybe you would.
Don't change the subject.